What if I told you Wolf Creek holds a side of winter beauty most people never see? Join us as we unveil Wolf Creek's cross-country trails, exploring serene paths and picturesque landscapes. You won't believe the tranquility and beauty waiting just beyond the crowded lifts.
There are Alma and Alberta lifts, and I've always looked off those lifts and wondered, what is going on over there on the Nordic track? And so today is the day that I'm going to find out. It is so quiet and so peaceful here. These tracks are never crowded. I got myself some cross-country skis. I'm using my regular ski poles, which I think are a little bit short. I think they're supposed to be longer. I'm looking forward to just a peaceful, calm little workout. And just look, this is absolutely beautiful. The tracks of the other cross-country skiers, they're not going down in that dip. They're going around. Oh, because we're in a creek. That is probably water under there. I'm supposed to be lunging forward and getting more of a glide. The longer stretch is what I was told. But see, my one ski, it glides and my other ski does not. This is definitely a workout. I always thought that this would just be like kind of a low, it's low impact compared to downhill, but it is definitely a workout nonetheless. Here's a downhill section that normally would be, if you were on downhill skis, this would be nothing. But on these grippy skis, it is such a bizarre, woo! Okay, lean back on the heels. That's what I was told. That's what I'm doing. Okay. And it's disconcerting when you're sliding and then all of a sudden you gain traction and you just grind to a stop. But see, uphill, this is so easy. If you don't want a downhill, or if you're rehabbing an injury, or you just don't want a downhill for whatever reason, and you don't want to just sit in the lodge, then come do this, because this is free. So instead of spending $100 on a lift ticket, this is free. Now, it is not thrilling the way downhill is at all. So it's kind of the opposite. Like, if you don't want your adrenaline spiked, if you're looking to lower all of those kind of hormones rushing through your body, this is cool. So I'm using my ski pole to hold my camera. So that's why I'm on one pole, if you're wondering. My other complicating factor in this is that I bought boots that are too big. Woo, almost fell. So to turn, you turn your ski 90 degrees. But see, I just stepped on my ski. There you go. And now we can head back up. And going up is very minimal effort. It's different because your ankles feel very stable in alpine ski boots. And in these, you have so much more mobility in your feet and your ankles, obviously, because you're flexing them. So to be able to stop and watch the clouds is unique to cross-country skiing. And for me, this is my first time, so I'm kind of just taking it all in and having to be intentional about slowing myself down. Comment and tell me, have you tried cross-country skiing? And where do you cross-country ski? And I'm sure that I have crazy form, so comment and tell me. Your form is crazy. Trying to get that nice lunge. And it's a little bit of an arm workout too with the poles. Get that lunge. Deep lunge. Get my ski thighs going. You're in the rat race all week. And you just need to wind down. Have your thoughts to yourself. It's kind of a peaceful thing. I get it now. I get it. There's no risk of getting hurt. minimal risk of hurt. I've heard so many people say, that for their job, they cannot risk getting hurt. And so doing this, I don't think that's going to happen. And honestly, too, what crossed my mind is I'd love to see some creatures because there's so many tracks. And then I thought, wouldn't it be completely wild to come across a wolf? It's only a matter of time before we see somebody encountering a wolf out here at this ski area. Those clouds are so cool to watch them roll in over the mountains. That is something else. Okay, so now we're gonna go down a hill. Let's see if I can handle it. Woo! And see, I'm just grinding to a halt. That's wild. Woo! That's about as thrilling as it gets in Nordic. Oh, that's so crazy. I'm following this Snowshoe Hare's trail, and this hare must be huge because look at the distance between its jumps. You can see the weather has changed. This is so beautiful. And I am embarrassed to say I figured out why my ski was sticking, and it's because I had a bunch of ice caked over the bottom of it. There was mud on it that just froze from when we were learning how to use these things in the shallower snow. I'm sliding much better now. I'm on a whole new part of the trail that I haven't gone on yet, and it's really pretty. It feels deeper into the forest because it's going away from the lifts. So all the lifts are back that way. And this is like that deep forest kind of vibe. Well, I don't know if this is a loop or if this is a hill I'm gonna have to turn around and come back up. So I'm gonna try this downhill. This is not a very steep downhill. Woo-hoo-hoo! There's little trees. This is a very interesting little trail. So I'm going to turn the camera around so that you guys can see where we're headed. So we're headed in the direction of the highway. Highway 160. The famous Wolf Creek Pass. And it looks like there's been a few people come down this way. Ooh, see, I'm gliding now, and I just need to learn how to get into a little bit more control. Whee! Okay, that was actually decent. That was all right. In the quiet of the snow, this is so peaceful. Oh my gosh, there's a bug. Look at that. Can you see that? There's a bug on the snow. That's a tough little guy. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't take this trail the first time before I cleaned off my skis, because this is fun. The effort's going to be heading up as usual. Whoops! I wanted this to be like the most graceful hobby, and it's proving to be a challenge. I've come around the corner and there's the lift. So that was in fact a loop. You can see the lift right there. That's kind of how I know where I am. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little taste of cross-country skiing. Let me know if you have ever cross-country skied. I almost fell. And if you liked it, and if you'd ever try it. So subscribe, hit the like button, share, and have an absolutely wonderful winter and Christmas. Bye.